You're wasting money. Every week you buy green onions, lettuce, spinach, and celery at the grocery store. You use half, the rest goes bad, and next week you buy them again. Meanwhile, the parts you throw away are the exact parts that regrow into unlimited food. The grocery stores know this. The seed companies know this. And they're counting on you not knowing it. Here are 10 vegetables you can plant once and harvest from forever. No replanting, no buying seeds every spring. Just continuous production from plants that refuse to die. Some of these regrow from kitchen scraps in 7 days. Some produce for years from a single planting. And number 8 feeds you through winter when nothing else survives. Stick around so you won't miss out. Drop a comment right now telling me which country you are watching from. Which vegetable do you waste the most money on? And if you're tired of the grocery store cycle, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get into it. Plant number 1, green onions. Stop buying green onions. Next time you buy a bunch at the store, use the green tops like normal. Keep the white root ends, with at least 1 inch attached. Stick them in a glass of water on your windowsill. Within 3 days, new green growth shoots up. Within 7 days, you have harvestable green onions again. Plant those rooted ends in soil, and they keep producing indefinitely. Cut what you need, leave the roots and base intact, and new shoots emerge within days. 1 bunch of store-bought green onions becomes 50 harvests. In zones 7 through 11, they grow outdoors year-round. In colder zones, bring them inside during winter. They need 4 to 6 hours of light and water when soil is dry. The white bulbs multiply underground. Divide them every few months, and you have free green onions forever. Plant number 2, lettuce. Lettuce regrows from the base. Cut the leaves, leave the stem and roots, and new leaves emerge within days. Buy a head of romaine at the store. Use the leaves. Keep the base with 1 to 2 inches of stem. Place in shallow water and new leaves sprout from the center. Once roots develop, plant in soil. It keeps producing. Harvest outer leaves, the center keeps growing. In zones 7 through 11, lettuce grows outdoors most of the year. In hot summers, it needs afternoon shade. In cold zones, grow it indoors during winter. 1 store-bought lettuce head becomes continuous harvest. No seeds. No transplanting. Just regrowth. Type lettuce if you've been throwing away the part that regrows. Plant number 3, spinach. Spinach bolts in heat and dies in frost. But here's what they don't tell you. In zones 7 through 10, spinach planted in fall grows slowly through winter and explodes in early spring. You plant once in October, harvest February through May, let it go to seed, and it self-sows for next year. Those seeds germinate in fall, and the cycle repeats without replanting. In colder zones, plant spinach in early spring. Harvest until heat causes bolting. Let it seed. Those seeds germinate in fall when temperatures drop. The plant handles its own propagation. Harvest outer leaves to extend production. Mulch heavily in winter to protect roots. Spinach needs 4 to 6 hours of light, consistent moisture, and cool temperatures. Type spinach if you're tired of replanting every season. If you're realizing you've been doing this wrong, hit subscribe for more simple tips like this. Plant number 4, garlic greens. Nobody talks about this. Garlic cloves planted in soil produce greens that taste exactly like garlic. You don't wait for bulbs. You harvest the green shoots like chives. Plant individual cloves 1 inch deep, 6 inches apart. Green shoots emerge within 2 weeks. Cut greens when they reach 6 to 8 inches. Leave 2 inches, and they regrow. 1 clove produces greens continuously for months. When it finally forms a bulb, dig it up, separate cloves, replant, and start over. Or leave some in the ground, and they multiply naturally. Garlic greens grow in zones 3 through 10, tolerate cold better than heat, and produce year-round in mild climates. Use them anywhere you'd use garlic. The flavor is milder than cloves but distinctly garlic. Type garlic if you didn't know. Cloves produce unlimited greens. Plant number 5. Celery. Celery regrows from the base like lettuce. Buy a bunch. Use the stalks. Keep the base with 2 inches of stem. Place in shallow water. New stalks grow from the center within days. Once roots develop, plant in rich, moist soil. Celery needs consistent moisture and cool temperatures. It grows best in zones 3 through 10 during spring and fall. In hot summers, it bolts. In freezing winters, it dies. But in mild climates or indoors, celery produces year-round. Harvest outer stalks, and the center keeps producing. One store-bought celery bunch becomes months of harvest. The leaves are edible too, perfect for soups. Plant number 6. Curly kale. Kale is a cut-and-come-again perennial in zones 7 through 10. Plant it once and harvest for 2 to 3 years. In colder zones, it overwinters and produces through spring before bolting in summer heat. Let it seed and it self-sows for next season. Harvest lower leaves first, leaving the growing crown intact. The plant keeps producing new leaves from the top. One kale plant produces continuously for months or years depending on your zone. In mild winters, kale sweetens after frost and produces through the coldest months. Kale needs 4 to 6 hours of sun, consistent water, and tolerates poor soil better than most vegetables. It's one of the most cold-hardy greens available, surviving temperatures down to 10 degrees. Plant in late summer for fall and winter harvest. Type kale if you didn't know it's a perennial. Plant number 7. Bok Choy. Bok Choy regrows from the base, just like lettuce and celery. Buy a head at the store. Use the leaves and stems. Keep the base, with 1 inch of stem attached. Place in shallow water and new growth emerges from the center within days. Once roots develop, plant in moist, rich soil. Harvest outer leaves and the center keeps producing. Bok Choy grows best in cool weather, zones 3 through 10 during spring and fall. In hot summers, it bolts quickly. In mild winters, it produces year-round. Bok Choy grows faster than most greens. From planting to first harvest takes 30 to 45 days. From regrown scraps, new leaves appear within a week. One store-bought head becomes multiple harvests. Type Bok Choy if you've been wasting the regrowing base. If you're learning techniques that save money, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Plant number 8. Cabbage. Cabbage is the ultimate winter vegetable. In zones 7 through 10, cabbage planted in late summer produces massive heads through fall and winter. After you harvest the head, leave the stalk and roots in the ground. Small cabbage heads regrow from the stalk within weeks. Those secondary heads are smaller but tender and delicious. One cabbage plant gives you multiple harvests. In colder zones, plant cabbage in early spring for summer harvest or late summer for fall harvest. It tolerates frost better than most vegetables, sweetening after cold exposure. Cabbage needs full sun, rich soil, and consistent moisture. It's a heavy feeder, so add compost at planting. Harvest when heads feel firm. Cut the head, leave the stalk, and watch it regrow. Type cabbage if you didn't know it produces multiple heads. Plant number 9. Leeks. Leeks are perennials in zones 5 through 9. Plant them once, and they multiply underground through division. After harvesting a leek, leave the roots and base in the ground. New shoots emerge from the base within weeks. Those shoots grow into full-sized leeks. Leeks also produce bulbils at the top of flower stalks. Those bulbils fall to the ground, root, and grow into new leeks. One leek becomes 10 through natural propagation. In cold climates, leeks overwinter under mulch and resume growth in spring. Harvest leeks when they reach 1 inch in diameter or larger. Pull entire plants or cut above the roots to allow regrowth. Leeks need full sun, rich soil, and consistent moisture. They're cold-hardy to -10 degrees. Type leeks if you thought they were annuals. Plant number 10. Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a cut-and-come-again perennial in zones 6 through 10. Plant it once and harvest for 2 to 3 years. In colder zones, it overwinters with mulch and produces through spring and summer. In hot zones, it tolerates heat better than most greens. Harvest outer leaves first, leaving the growing crown intact. The plant produces new leaves continuously from the center. One Swiss chard plant yields dozens of harvests over its lifetime. The stems are edible and come in rainbow colors: white, yellow, orange, pink, and red. Swiss chard needs 4 to 6 hours of sun, moderate water, and tolerates poor soil. It's one of the most reliable greens for year-round production. Plant in early spring or late summer. Type Swiss chard if you're adding it to your garden. Here's what just happened. I gave you 10 vegetables that you plant once and harvest forever. Green onions regrow in water. Lettuce and celery regrow from scraps. Spinach self-sows. Garlic greens multiply. Kale, cabbage, Swiss chard leeks, and bok choy produce for years from single plantings. Start with 3 plants from this list. Get them established. Watch them produce. Add 3 more next year. Within 2 years, you'll have a food system that feeds you continuously, with almost zero effort. Which 3 are you planting first? Drop a comment. Green onions? Kale? Leeks? And if you already grow any of these, tell the community how they've performed. If you want more simple ways to grow your own food and save money, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This is exactly what I share on this channel. The gardeners who follow this channel are building systems that last. Don't find this a year from now wishing you'd started today. Go plant something that keeps producing. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.